get the Walter nomination?
It means everything, just all the hard work that I put in, but not just me. It's more of my family and my dad. His work didn't go in vain. Before we had any big sponsors or anything like that, he was putting his money in and making sure that we could still give back and things like that. So it's just his hard work didn't go in vain. I remember our first camp. Uh, he paid, and we made it free for the kids, but he paid out of pocket and things like that. So he's always been there, and him and my mom have helped turn me into the man I am today, along with a lot of other people, a lot of people in this facility. So it's just a blessing, I think that's one of the highest honors you can get, Man of the Year.
Kind of things that we tell you about the importance of giving back and doing things other than play football.
He taught me. They've always taught me that when you're blessed, you bless others, and you continue to bless others, and it'll come back full circle. You never know whose life you're changing or how much you're changing it, but you're making a difference, and that's the biggest thing.
Aaron, you mentioned you and your dad had talked in the past about this. Do you remember how that came up, or just what that conversation was like when you sort of were thinking about?
Yes, sir. I actually do. We went to the NFL Honors in 2019, and recall Calais Campbell winning the award, and he sat up there and gave a speech. And at the time, we didn't have a foundation or anything, but we had already been giving back, visiting schools, doing those things, but we didn't have a foundation. And that's when my dad kind of spearheaded everything. And because of him and my mom, me and my brother have our foundation, and we're doing the things that we want to do, and we're going to continue to give back to our communities, and it's going to continue to grow and get bigger and bigger.
So why is it important for you to give back? I mean, there's a lot of people, whether it's an athlete or just, Joe Parent, doesn't help out coaching the basketball team. Doesn't mean you're a bad person. So why is it important for you to give back?
Definitely. I believe just these are the people who've been supporting me in these communities. People go out and buy my jerseys, come to games, write me letters, do so many things, and that has a lasting effect on me, and that just makes me want to continue to work hard so I can give back to people and people in need as well. Some people are born into this world and they don't have a choice of where they're born at or the situation they come into. So if I can be a resource in any way for them to make that transition or to make that jump to the next level, whether it be getting better grades in high school, to get into college, or just any resource that I can be.
I know your son is really young, but just the way your father passed that down to you, is it something that you think about, that you want to pass the same thing down to your son someday?
Yes, ma'am. It's something I think about often, and I'm just glad my dad got to meet my son. Have got pictures with them together, so that's the biggest blessing. But I definitely do think about that all the time, the way my dad raised me, and just the lessons that he's taught me that I want to leave with my son. And like my father raised me, the same way he raised me, my son will be raised. So I'm excited to continue to raise him and watch him grow.
Aaron, do you remember when you
would get this kind of honor or recognition when you guys started the foundation? Like, was the Walter Payton ever a thought in your mind of something to achieve?
After watching that awards, it was, but before, no. I knew I just wanted to continue to give back, and giving back, it makes me feel good. Like it warms my heart. It puts a smile on my face, just knowing I did something to help someone else, and I don't want anything in return. I just want to see someone smile. So I never dreamt of it, never imagined it until that awards, and to see it come to life, and the hard work, all the hard work that I've put in, and my family's put in, and everybody else behind the scenes hasn't been for anything. It hasn't been for nothing.
Aaron, do you remember what your reaction was when you found out about it, and just what was that conversation like with your mom? When you tell her that you're going to be nominated.
I was just. So when I first found out, I was just like taken back, like, wow, is this real, And then yesterday it came out and it made it feel even more real. And I sat down and talked to my mom. I took the trophy home, and she put it up there next to my dad's ashes. I have a little urn with his ashes. So we took a trophy down and put that one right there next to my dad. And I sat there and I told her, thank you. And she was like, what are you thanking me for? I didn't do anything. And I'm like, I looked at her, I'm like, are you serious? You didn't do anything? I was like, I think you have a huge part in raising me and the man I've become today and the things that we are doing. So I just want to tell you thank you. And she's like, oh, well, when you look at it like that, you're welcome. So I love my mom. She's my everything. And I thank her for continue to push through.
To talk about football, Aaron, why did you play against the Rams? You got a bye week coming up. If you would have sat out, nobody would have thought any worse of you, you know? So why was it important for you to get out there?
I felt good enough to play. I wanted to be. I love going out there and competing. I love being out there with my brothers, and it was a good Rams team, and I feel like we needed that win, and I felt, like I said, I felt healthy enough to play, which I was, and made out the game healthy. So anytime I'm 100%. Anytime I'm able to go, and our trainers give me the thumbs up, and coaching staff, then I'm gonna go.
I just think you did.
I think I did well. Made it out the game. Healthy. I got a flag on one of the protections, but I wanted that one back. But I felt like I did well. But most importantly, we got the win, and AJ did his thing. So anytime we go out there and get a win, I'm happy.
I'm just curious, Aaron, as a running back, what'd you think of the Patriots game on Monday night?
That was crazy. I'm like, damn, this is like that stat was crazy just to see. What was it? They threw the ball 3 times. And that's wild to me. And since this is the first time since 1970 something, I'm like, after seeing the wind and all of that, I'm like, I don't know if I'd be able to even track the ball in that. And I seen Stephon Diggs trying to run up under a ball. He had to turn like 3 times trying to track it. So, but as a running back, you gotta love it. You love it.
This is the time of year when you want to be here and you want to really run the ball, though, right?
Oh yes, sir. December football. That's when I feel like it turns into smash mouth football. Who shows who's really more physical, who wants it more, and just willing to get down and dirty.
And what is being able to finally reach the bye, as difficult as it was to get through the 12 games, what do you think that means for this team now as you mount this final stretch, being able to at least get a little bit of a break before these last 5 games?
I think it just gave us a chance to get healthy, go back and look at the things that we've had success on, the things that we haven't had success on, and figure out why we didn't have success on that, and if it was successful, why it was so successful. So, and just looking at our tendencies and different things like that. So, we'll be ready to play when we go out there this week.
Aaron, you can pretty much trace, if you go through all the stats, whenever you have a big run in a game, you guys usually win. I mean, it's just at least over 20 yards, I think you've won all but one. Has it been harder to do that? Are teams more determined to take away big runs? Is it something that just happens over, randomly, or what?
I definitely do. I think the defense are trying to stop that. Playing me a little bit different than they were before, but that's something I'm definitely got to get back to, breaking those long runs, being explosive, being a home run threat, and putting pressure on the defense. So that's something I look forward to getting back to.
Is it sometimes, when you are coming in and out, as you and AJ does it get a little harder to get a rhythm? I mean,
no, sir. I mean, I've played like this my whole career, going in and out like that in a rotation. So you make the most of every carry, and that makes you want to do that much more with the ball when you do get it.
Why have you guys been so good in short yardage this year?
I'm not sure. We're locked in. We know that that's what we know that's what continues the drive. Whether it be 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2, we feel like we're a physical team and we can put our heads down and go get it. Or we got the best quarterback in the league. He can take a 3-step drop, 5-step drop, and complete a pass to the best receiver in the league, and keep the chains moving. So I feel like that's one of the reasons we've been successful.
Let's go to Zoom. Sarah, go ahead.
Yeah, just one. Go ahead, Rachel Hotmeyer.
Hey Aaron, when we were at your camp at Notre Dame Academy earlier this summer, I know you do something a little extra for kids of parents in the military, and obviously your parents served graciously for a really long time. How does connecting with those kids when you're giving back, mean a little more to you?
Yes, it definitely does mean a little more to me. I've definitely been in their shoes. It's hard being a military child. Not only does your parents serve, but you serve. The whole family serves. If you're I had a time where both of my parents deployed, and me, my brother, and my sister had to pick up, and my grandpa came and picked us up, and we moved to Virginia for about 6 or 7 months. So things like that is hardships that you go through. But I wouldn't change it for anything in the world. It's taught me so many valuable lessons, and it's helped me grow into the person I am today.